Work-related stress, anxiety and PTSD. Winning a mental health workers' comp claim in NY. If your job has left you anxious, overwhelmed, or traumatized, New York law now gives you options. Work-related stress, anxiety, and PTSD are recognized as real injuries under New York workers' compensation law. As of January 1, 2025, a new law allows workers to file claims for mental health conditions caused by extraordinary work-related stress. This change expanded coverage beyond first responders to include workers in hospitality, construction, healthcare, offices, retail, and many other fields. The law recognizes that psychological injuries can be just as disabling as physical injuries. Under the new standard, a claim no longer fails simply because stress is common in a particular job. Instead, each case is evaluated on whether the stressor itself was extraordinary and work-related. Extraordinary work-related stress is not specifically defined in the statute. That determination is made by the Workers' Compensation Board based on evidence and testimony. This makes documentation and legal presentation especially important. New York law now also recognizes cumulative stress. A mental health claim does not have to arise from a single traumatic event. Long-term exposure to bullying, hostile management, excessive workloads, or toxic environments may qualify. Mental health workers' compensation claims generally fall into two legal categories. A mental claim involves a psychological injury without any physical injury. Examples include PTSD after a workplace robbery or anxiety caused by ongoing verbal abuse at work. A physical mental claim involves a mental condition that develops as a result of a physical workplace injury. An example is depression following a serious injury that causes chronic pain or job loss. Mental claims are now more accessible under the 2025 law but still require strong proof. A successful claim starts with medical evidence. The worker must receive a formal diagnosis from a workers' compensation board authorized provider. The medical provider must also issue a causation opinion linking the condition to work-related stress. That opinion must clearly explain how the job caused or worsened the condition. Vague or generalized medical notes are usually not enough. The worker must also show that the stress was extraordinary. This can include testimony from coworkers who witnessed the events. Written communications like emails or messages may support the claim. Human resources complaints or grievance records can also be relevant. Performance reviews showing a decline tied to mental health symptoms may help establish causation. Insurance carriers often require an independent medical examination. This exam is conducted by a doctor hired by the insurer. The purpose is often to challenge the diagnosis or argue the condition is not work-related. Preparation for this exam is critical. A workers' compensation lawyer can help ensure the exam is handled properly. When a claim is approved, several benefits may be available. Medical benefits cover necessary treatment related to the mental health condition. This can include therapy, psychiatric care, medication, and hospitalization if needed. There are no deductibles or co-pays for approved treatment. Wage replacement benefits may be available if the worker cannot work for more than 7 days. These payments are generally 2/3 of the worker's average weekly wage, subject to state limits. Some workers may also qualify for permanent disability benefits. Mental disability awards are evaluated on a case-by-case basis. Factors include age, education, work history, and the severity of limitations. Because there is no fixed schedule for mental injuries, insurers often dispute value. Strong legal advocacy can make a significant difference in the outcome. An attorney helps organize medical evidence, testimony, and legal arguments into a clear case. A lawyer also anticipates challenges raised by insurance carriers. This process can be overwhelming without guidance. Having a law firm familiar with New York workers' compensation law can help protect your rights. If you believe your mental health has been harmed by your job, you do not have to face the process alone. L Sanchez Law Office, PC is a Queens-based law firm that represents injured workers across New York City. To speak with a lawyer about a mental health workers' compensation claim, call L Sanchez Law Office, PC at 646-701-7990 or visit 3706 82nd Street No. 304, Jackson Heights, New York, 11372, United States.